Today, I found out that I was on a Samsung ad by accident.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, no, I saw you sent the clip to Sydney, right?
No, I didn't. I
saw you retweeting it. I'm pretty sure, or like
Did I send it? I don't think I
posting
sent
on
it
it
to
or
Sydney.
something.
I don't know.
That was for your Fiverr thing.
So I did a Fiverr video where I became a Fiverr seller, and normally, right, Fiverr you get like vastly undercharged, and it's kind of like that's kind of how the website works,
Right.
But I got contacted by someone who was like, "Oh, let's do an actual ad." And I thought, great, this is amazing content for the video because I can actually show people like how to do it.
My skills.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, flexible.
Yeah.
You know? And I asked them a few questions because normally when you do a commercial with voice acting, you need to figure out there's like buyout fees, and depending on basically how much the ad is going to play and how many countries it's going to play in is how you like calculate a buyout fee. So there's the normal studio fee, which is like the doing the work, and then there's the fee for essentially using your voice worldwide.
Yeah.
And you know, it varies a lot. Like I know dudes who've gotten like 50K of one hour.
I mean, you were talking about like in a previous podcast episode about the guy who does the ads for McDonald's, right?
Yeah, he lives off just that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like I did a commercial one time where I got like $8,000 for just 1 hour of work.
Was that the boats one?
Which one was that? It was a car one. I'll have to find it. I can get the link.
Oh, you did like a shaving one as well, right?
Yeah, I've done a shaving one in the past
Gillette
as well.
or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, ages ago.
Yeah.
And basically, you get paid like quite a lot for doing these. And it's like, okay, cool, right? Nice. And I thought, okay, this commercial seems kind of small. You know, it's like this guy.
So how much did he pay you?
Like I asked because I thought this ad was like pathetic.
Yeah.
Right. I asked for $300.
Oh,
Because I was like, it's only going to take like 30 minutes.
you were thinking of the content. That was what was on your mind.
I
Right?
didn't want to be too greedy, and I really wanted to get it. So I thought 300 is a normal like studio rate fee plus like whatever. It's only going to play on the internet. It's not a big deal. And then I actually had to do like dubbing, like actual mouth dubbing.
Oh,
Yeah, so you actually had to dub out the entire scene.
Yeah, so I dubbed over the dude's mouth.
I didn't actually see the ad. I just saw you like retweeting it or tweeting about it.
It's weird. I don't think my voice fits the dude that well.
It was so weird watching it because I was watching the ad and I didn't know what the process was, but what it felt like was, remember watching like those old Hong Kong movies where it was like badly dubbed lip flaps over the film?
It's like some Kung Pao shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was.
Yeah. It's not bad. I mean,
he was still saying what you were saying.
Yeah. It just, I think the problem is that like, especially because everyone knows my voice.
Yeah.
The problem is that like everyone knows my voice, and that's not what you hear when you hear my voice.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Normally, if you don't really know the person, 90% of people are going to hear the ad aren't going to be like, oh yeah, it's a normal ad. Yeah, no biggie. But people who know me are going to be like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck?
It was so weird hearing your voice come out of like a really old man or something like that.
I've done that before though. Like that's really like
So wait, it was like legit Samsung.
It's like a Samsung ad. Yeah. I don't know what it's for, but
Man, they got like the deal of the century.
Fucking ripped off. Again, I mean, I priced what I thought was fair based on what the seller had told me.
Right.
And if I knew it was going to be Samsung and it's going to be played worldwide like that, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Man, you thought you were playing them, but in the end, they were playing you, man.
Yeah.
They played you.
Also, why the fuck is Samsung hiring Fiverr voice actors? What the fuck?
Yeah, you'd think they'd like go to like professional.
Yeah,
like,
it's a little.
Not to say that some Fiverr voice actors aren't professionals.
Hearing more stories makes me wonder how many big industry companies are going on these small sites, like hiring Fiverr voice actors, like putting job ads on Craigslist, I think whatever.
I think
right, Raylin.
Just out her. So what I think happens is that so Samsung is there like, listen guys, we have a genius advertisement here. We want a company to handle it. They go and find an ad agency, and then that agency is like, we know just the guy. They probably hire another agency who then probably hires the final agency that actually makes it.
Yeah.
And then they've got like no budget. So they're like, get the Fiverr voice actors. Because I'm not going to lie, a lot of the Fiverr voice actors are really fucking good.
Yeah.
And they're getting charged like nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I would argue that like almost everyone on that website is probably a little too overqualified for what you're paying.
They're either
that's how
really,
the website works.
Yeah.
I mean, they're either overly qualified or they're heavily underqualified. And there's no in between.
There'll be people with like a blue Yeti that are like, yeah, I guess I can give you the commercial rights to it, and 50 more words is gonna run you. Oh, geez, $400, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, what the fuck?
I've had that with like artists as well, where like some of them are just like fucking god tier, where it's like you should make an art book, and then other people are like, just started DeviantArt 2 days ago. Let's go.
$100 per commission.
Yeah.
Let's go. And it's such a coin flip because even if they have like a good portfolio, right? I've had experiences where I've hired like artists to produce like artwork or music or something.
Yeah.
And it is not up to the level they put on their portfolio or on their public portfolio.
Exactly.
You can tell it was like, here's my A-list work, and you're just getting the D-list work on Fiverr here. You know what I mean?
Because you're not paying me like $500 or some bullshit.
Yeah, same with the voice acting as well, because a lot of people get their demos done in a studio, like fully like mixed, produced professionally, and then they're
But then when they do it at home, they're just like,
they got the fucking Blue Yeti set up in a hotel room, and it's like, all right,
it's like echoey as shit.
I don't know if this is what I paid for, you know, like. So yeah, that's how I got fucking scammed. I didn't get scammed. It's my bad. Like,
Yeah.
Well played, Samsung.
So did you record this commercial shoot or commercial recording in your own room?
Yeah, I did it in my room, and I did it like I didn't do any of the treating actually because they wanted to do it, so it was pretty painless. The only thing was that like, because the lip flaps, they had like fucking, of course, they zoomed in on this man's fucking face. So the lip flaps were so pronounced, so you could see exactly which syllable and which letter he was on.
Yeah.
So, and there was one where they sent me where they were like, hey, can you change the script on this one line? I'm like, no. The man's lips say this thing. What do you mean? Can I change the script? I can't fucking change it to what you've added in like 3 more words. How do you think I'm gonna do that?
You should have done it just to really like drive home the Kung Pao element of it, right? It's
I
like,
should have just sent it and been like, this is what you wanted. This is what you asked for. This is $300, by the way. This is what you
That would have been hilarious.
yeah, it's like the lip flaps clearly say like, I love Samsung, but you just change it to like, buy Apple.
Because it's like the next level from anime dubbing, right? Because with anime
It's
dubbing,
so much harder than
anime
anime
dubbing, you have to match all like the lip flaps with the
There's
same
only
amount of
2
syllables.
frames, right? It's open mouth or closed mouth. Right?
No, 3 frames actually. I know this because I have to edit lip flaps in abridging.
Right.
Because in abridging, it's easy because you take your script and you just fucking edit these 3 frames of mouths. It's closed mouth, half open, and fully open.
Yeah.
But with dubbing,
Oh my
you
God.
obviously can't edit the lip flaps or anything like that. So you just sometimes you hear some lines and it's a really unnatural line. You know what I mean? But you just got to match what the animation is.
Right.
Yeah, it's really like makes you, especially if you try and do it, it really makes you fucking appreciate these like in the countries where they mainly dub a lot of the images that they import, like how fucking insane that is that they managed to do like full seasons of shows.
Yeah.
And like it's not terrible.
Right.
It's so hard because you're so constrained by the mouth shapes because you know, I mean, you have to exactly copy it. And luckily this was English, but like, oh my God, another
And then meanwhile, you have
language.
countries like Japan that are just like, fuck that.
Yeah, a lot of I've noticed Japan is just like, fuck the lip flaps, let's just talk over
That's
it.
what makes it like a million times more hilarious, though.
Yeah, I know,
Like
right?
the voices, the change in the voices is already hilarious.
It's-
But then seeing them like say something that's just not a single mouth movement is
Yeah.
correct.
You almost like don't mind it though, because you realize that they're just like they're not trying to do that.
Yeah,
They're just like
yeah.
it's like
Whatever.
whatever, man. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. I was
Yeah.
watching some like History Channel car restoration show on TV, and they had like it was like a really like old British guy, and they had like the proper like samurai sounding old dude going, let's go and I was like, wow, okay, geez, that's not what he. I don't think that's what he sounds like, but all right, cool, okay.
What was that in front?
Like, that's what the old dudes sound like in Japanese. It's like, like I don't even know what
Did you
to
say Muna Muna?
He just did say
Muna.
Oh my god.
I fucking know, dude. Holy